So as I was clearing this up and putting these down, I'm hearing the power in the change. The power within the change. The power within the change. Keep hearing it. The power within the change. Tell me more about this energy of new love that's coming in with those that's resonating with the energy of the reading. In regards to the wisdom that was gained at the bottom of the road. The wisdom that was gained was change. What's to come is a new love, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. It's a time to disconnect. It's a time within meditation. I feel like within this silence is you're going to be guided to, led to this new love. Tell me more in regards to this energy of new love. So those that resonate with the energy of this reading, of change. This card that says slippery. Tell me more about the energy of this new love. For those that resonate with the energy of this new moon in Taurus. Oracle reading. So much to celebrate. Send gratitude to the divine and angels for the peace and prosperity coming to you. Peace and contentment in your personal life. This is about inner light, inner love. Set for your boundary, set it high like a dove. Anything outside that a blessing from above. And tell me, say, am I gonna make it fit like a glove? Empress, the moon. But there's still something around some kind of, I believe, commitment. The moon card came out, fell over on wedding. So maybe it says listen to your intuition and pay attention to the signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry, let go of your fears. Revelations that will make everything clear. This fell over on the wedding in the reverse. In regards to this new love energy. So maybe the person who you're connected to, the reason why it can't come in at this time is because they're healing from a connection that may be ended. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse came out, which is a divorce energy. So maybe someone in this situation is needing or awaiting a divorce in order to create this 4 of Wands, which is showing itself again. Tell me more about this energy of flirt. Why is flirt here? For those that resonate with energy. A lot of cards. And look, I didn't realize, but a great goddess, sacred unity was in this deck. It says the world. Again, we've got the wheel and the world. A new way. It says a brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment. Freedom to do whatever you want. Be proud of yourself. Do what you love. Recognition for the highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors. Being paid well for your craft. Working well with others, an excellent reputation. So this could be a work opportunity. This could be somebody who you're working with to build this 4 of swords, to build this foundation together. Tell me more about this energy of retreat. Why is retreat here? Why is retreat here? For those that resonate with the energy of the power and the change. Wisdom reading. High Priestess. No, it's not. It's the 2 of Swords. It says being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Pretending there is no problem. Overanalyzing the situation. So it's a situation that maybe you feel you may be getting judged for. It may be a connection that you may feel you're being judged for in regards to however it resonates kind of feeling, but there's a need to take that time, spend time alone, get to know each other, and not to be sticks and stones, that kind of an energy. People will say whatever it is in order to throw spanners in your wheel, but it's down to you to decipher through the chaos that's around you. Trust your intuition and don't allow anything to break your gateway, your heart chakra. Don't allow that to be shut off. Embrace the power of the change within this connection that's coming towards you. Tell me more about this energy of getting to know each other. The lovers could be a Gemini energy. It says embrace true love and deep intimate friendship. Make choices from the heart. Vibrate health or recovery from an illness. Tell me more about the energy of wedding. Why is wedding here in the reverse? Why is wedding here in the reverse? Someone's needing to make a decision. It says, this is the Four of Cups. It says, failing to recognize a magical opportunity, missing the point, the distractions of daily life, discontentment or boredom, lost in your own world. It's time to wake up. Seeing something for what it is what I'm getting here. Somebody's about to see something for what it is. Someone's about to see where an opportunity may have been missed within a situation. Maybe a time after some kind of separation within a marriage. So I feel like this is where you're now mirroring with this person coming towards you. You've learned this lesson of change and the power of change at the bottom of the world, and this person also coming in towards you is in the cycle of learning lessons. Tell me more about this energy of wedding with the Four of Cups. Why is wedding here? This is somebody who you can resonate with. So here is the Ten of Swords. So it says the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness or both. The opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders. The end of an addiction, a melodramatic reaction. Queen of Cups, loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing, deep psychic insights, caring for others but forgetting to take care of self. Trusting your intuition, a deep love of family and friends. Follow your heart. Understanding. So there's an energy that's coming towards you that you're needing to have understanding with, compassion. Queen of Cups energy. But there's definitely emotions coming in with the Cups energy. And again, we've got the Three of Wands. Planning for the long term, abundance from the past choices. Pride in the success of your labors. Be patient as you decide what to do next. In this protective energy, the change within the power. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Ten of Swords here? Ten of Swords, Six of Pentacles. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of abundance, borrowing wisely, or paying off debt, sharing your wealth with others less fortunate. And the Magician's in the reverse, so be aware of manipulation. So it says, magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. There's a need here to be mindful of who it is that you're working with. It's almost like someone, going back to the reading, there's an energy of remorse and guilt here. Someone wants to make a powerful change. Someone wants to repent, hoping that it will wash away a karmic energy, I feel like. Tell me more about this Queen of Cups' energy. Why is the Queen of Cups here? Why is the Queen of Cups here? In regards to the energy of this new love, this change. In regards to this wedding. The Wheel. A fresh new start or an end of delay, sudden or unexpected progress, a positive change in your life, travel or a new vehicle. Eight of Cups. The need to move on, seeking more from from life than what you are experiencing. A spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes, a change in priorities, leaving home. An amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. So there's a need here to follow your intuition, not care what the people say, and live your life. Do what makes you happy. You understand? There's a need to do what makes you happy. You've already learned so much lessons within the bottom of the well, at the bottom of the sea. It's now time to take the pearls that you see and swim to the top. Take what knowledge and wisdom you've learned. You learned about the change and you learned about the power within yourself. Now it's about combining the two. The power within the change. Where is it going to bring you, and who is it that you're going to be working with? Because there's definitely an energy that you're going to be working with. But there's a need for you to decipher through and trust your intuition. Is this a genuine energy that's coming towards you with this offer? Tell me more about this magician in the reverse. Why is this magician here in the reverse? So we've got the Eight of Pentacles. That's the energy of wanting to put hard work and effort, teamwork. Mindful of what somebody's offering. There's Three of Pentacles here. Someone's offering to work with you, to help you build. Learning all you can about a subject or career, going back to school, taking a seminar, or finding a mentor. Attention to details, skilled work that you love. Five of Cups. Focus on the negative things not turning out the way you had anticipated. Forgiveness of self or others. It's everything happens for a reason. Look for the hidden blessing. Look for the hidden blessing behind the offer that may come in seeming quite manipulative, but there's a silver lining. Something about this moon. I don't know the actual name of this moon energy. For some reason, crescent moons come into mind. I don't know if you can see it in the illustration. This moon here and this moon here, I'm seeing it throughout the reading. Well, on that note, I will come back and do a reading tomorrow. This is just a pre-energy, wisdom for the week kind of energy regarding the new moon in Taurus. And because I'm a Taurus, I thought I'd tap into the energy. So on that note, I hope you all have a good week, and that the reading has helped in some way, shape or form to where you're at this point of this wheel. Grand Rising, YouTube, Grand Rising. I've put up the reading already, this rising, in regards to the energies that I was picking up on in regards to my season 5. It's all about the healing of the little match girl at the bottom of the well. That's the title of the season. So, you know, I kind of woke up early hours and I just got writing, and when I start writing, automatically thoughts just come out, and I realized it's in relation to the energies I'm tapping into before I press record, you know. So I put out that reading today, and instantly as I stopped the reading and began to upload it to my computer and then onto the YouTube, I was just sitting down and just taking in all the information that I could resonate with and take in for myself. And I kept on getting the feeling that there's another message coming through. There's a High Priestess message. So I instantly got drawn to a few of the decks here. So I knew I was coming back, and again I started automatic writing. I've got here, you have to step back from the connections that no longer serve your highest good, those with ill intentions towards you. Starve them from your energy and rest. There was something else, but when I write like this, I kind of it's almost like a scribble, so I'm trying to make sense of my own writing. So message, this is the title that I'm going to have. It says, Message from the High Priestess, Angels and Ancestors for Pre-Moon Wisdom Energy. It says, seeing sometimes is believing. Seeing what you're able to achieve at your lowest mindset. That when you, or your highest mindset, I'm just hearing, that when you overcome obstacles, you can achieve so much more, and so on and so on. Along the way, like a magnet, you attract other energies, some invited, many uninvited. It's the ones that you invite that shock you and disappoint you the most. Those that you least expect, mother, father, sister, brother, friends, relatives, children, self. Forever attaching labels to energies living a human life with their own energetic purpose to decipher through. A part of the quantum leap you're associated to or with. The part of the rule you're here to share, to heal. But there's now a need to Eight of Cups. Walk away from all that's not meant to go with you. All you may have ever known, all that you have ever known about, to be challenged with all the lessons life has taught for the new to come. My last read, when listened back, it cut short before time. I was then led and channeled to this very reading, to this energy of the High Priestess. There was a but in regards to the magician in the reverse. There's an energy of having to choose wisely. There's still some things that's unknown in regards to the energy and the offer that's coming towards you to collaborate. Coming towards you in a new energy, but I feel there's something unknown. So I feel like this is what the message is referring to. Don't be the spanner in your own wheel. Don't allow your nose to get in the ways of your ascending out of the well. Trust in all you are and all you're a part of. Trust what you created and survived in the dark. Trust the learned lessons. And I kind of stopped there, because then I was kind of drawn to certain decks. So then I knew I was kind of getting into the energies that I needed to connect. So what I will do, because I found the ending of the last reading, so I'm going to attach it some way to this reading. Sensuality, feminine wisdom, and passion. Both energies is energies that came out within the readings. Passion was coming up for the Divine Feminine reading that I put up prior to this energy of the pre-moon in Taurus reading. And feminine wisdom, again, the reading that I put up this rising was about wisdom. I was led to use the wisdom decks that I have in order to pull the message. Like, for example, this up here, the power within yourself, the power of free, mind, body and soul, the power in the change within the lessons that you was learned, or that you learned at the bottom of the well in that dark night of the soul energy. The power of the change is what I titled that reading. Sensuality is what come up. I'm just going to read that from the book. Card number 38. That's 11. Break it down to a 1. Whatever this is, it's about this beginning. This sensuality, feminine wisdom, passion. A majestic tiger gazes to the right into the future, alert to the new adventures and the passions about to be awakened in your life. His thick coat and shiny muscles. His thick coat and muscles relay a classic expression of sensuality and movement. This energy is present for you. It's present for you too. It's time to open up to more sensuous side of life, to touch, taste, see, and hear with a heightened appreciation and awareness. The tiger is calling you to slow down and really experience the joys of the senses. Savor every moment of the beautiful scene. A sweet taste or tender touch that sparks soul appreciation. The resulting energetic momentum brings you in alignment with the beauty and bliss of the universe. In addition, a passionate sensuality may be on the rise. Don't dismiss the potential for shared excitement and increased sexuality. The tiger totem also brings messages of feminine wisdom and devotion. For tigeresses are devoted mothers. This may foretell a period of dedicating more time to your family, or even a new devotion to the needs of your own sweet inner child. Listen to your intuition in these and all matters. This wisdom is alive in you and ready to advise. Don't be fooled, however, by the rise of the feminine. Your gentle nature is matched by greater power at this time. Tigers often hunt at night, so you may experience an increase in evening activities, both social and professional. You might also be feeling more adventurous and more willing to take risks. In fact, you may now find yourself becoming more passionate about great many things. Enjoy your newfound zest for life. Affirmations for this card are open to the joyous experiences that all my senses bring. New adventures bring me greater passion for life. So whatever this energy that's coming in for you, I feel like it's something that you like I said in one of the readings, I think it was a Divine Feminine readings, when you're in that energy of that in-between, when you're beginning to understand that the power that you have within you is the change for you. And when you bring that into your everyday life, it brings the change around you. Sacred purpose, eternal flame, ancestral legacy. Touching earth, planting something new, bottom of the deck. Card number 43. Break it down to a 7. Eternal flame and ancestral legacy. The priestess of the holy fire is bringing you an important message about your sacred purpose. She holds the spark of the eternal flame in her hand, bearing witness to the light of antiquity that lives in each of us. This external flame represents your soul presence through time, but it's not limited to your own experiences. It extends throughout your personal lineage, going back to your ancient ancestors and moving forward to the descendants yet to come. Your ancestors are calling you home. Their energy pulses through your veins, in your DNA, and their histories vibrate in the long heritage that has come together to create the person you are at this moment. This is your cultural, spiritual, and familiar past, reminding you that it is important to honor your ancestors and consider the value they have brought to your life. Also be conscious of the energy you are perpetrating into the culture, spiritual, and familiar legacies you are leaving behind. Your sacred purpose calls you to honor the holy fire in your own soul. Ancient priestess will tend the sacred flame thereby keeping balance among the elements, the elemental kingdoms of earth, air, fire, water. In fact, and the reason why I've got a laugh and pause there for a hot minute is because I pulled these cards today and I knew that I was tapping into a longer reading, because when I pulled these cards I said I was going to pull for each element: fire, air, water and earth. At a certain point of the reading I was just going to go with the flow, but I knew it was something I was guided to do, so it's quite relevant. I'm going to pull them now in regards to the power of the change for each element, in regards to the energy of the reading that I did earlier on. So I'm just going to put these here for now, just because it's relevant. This feels right. In fact, you may have had an important past lives in such society, perhaps even as a priest or a priestess, with this high intention. Know that the purpose of balancing the energy in your life and in the world still resonates within you. It is up to you to hold all that is sacred as your charge and your responsibility. The ancestors are calling you to restore balance to Mother Earth once again. Affirmation: I honor the eternal flame within. I value my ancestral heritage, and I perpetrate the sacred energy for those yet to come. So like I was tapping into, this is about the next generation. This is about being the example that you want to see, in order that those who's looking towards you are learning from you. Even though they may have seen you make certain choices in life, they see how you've been able to become an alchemist then within your own. You've been able to turn lemons then into lemonade, let's say. You've been able to turn things around. Show them an old way, the old traditional way of doing things. That natural fight within us, within your DNA. Understanding what it is that your ancestors have emotionally come through, and what is in your DNA to overcome and come through. Same lineage. I'm getting so many messages right now that I hope I'm still making sense. What's the warning? Because there's an energy around friends and needing to walk away from people, places and things, regardless of the label that's attached to them. Mother, brother, father, sister, relatives, friends. Those connections that you've known from since probably childhood, that you're needing to move away from now, because they no longer serve your highest good. They've got ill intentions, or they're not meant to go with you in this next cycle. All that you're meant to learn from them, or all that you was meant to learn, there's nothing more to learn kind of energy. Only now to teach to the next generation. It's kind of getting me back to so many of the songs that I've kind of half written. One of the songs that I've got, and it says, take me hand, let me show you about the friend and me. Take me hand, let me show you about the world we in. That song's coming to my mind right now. The Rose Kiss. Card number 9. Joy, experiencing pleasure, deep satisfaction and enjoyment, desires, acknowledged, 5th century reality. Take a deep breath and center the feeling of joy. Can you allow your senses to awaken and connect with the innate desire to experience all life has to offer? Pleasure is part of life. Let yourself surrender to it today. Our modern times often present a false ideal of how we are meant to experience the world. Connections are lost and distorted by the over-reliance on high technology. Just look around and see how few people actually maintain eye contact or engage in conversation. Instead of tapping away at the screen, pause, consider how you can make more intimate contact. Connecting with nature, enjoying the sensual pleasures of sex, and all being aware of the sensations of taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound may be important right now. How do your sheets feel? Can you reach out and feel the heat and softness of your companion? Animal nestled beside you. Be present to another person. See them and let yourself be seen. Your five senses are aching to be engaged right now. These are an invitation to get out of your head and into your body. You may be a spiritual and intelligent being, but right now, the emphasis should be on having a sensory experience. This is a sacred part of this gift of life. By being present to the sensual world, you invite an even deeper spiritual experience. Amazing, isn't it? Perhaps it really is time to stop and kiss the roses. And it goes back to the divine feminine again, where there was something coming out, which again, there wasn't believe in your own magic, it wasn't, it was thorns. It was in the reverse, so it was whatever was coming out was going to be a painful realization in regards to some form of friend's energy, which came out in the reading after the divine feminine reading with who's this mature woman in the reverse. There's some kind of connection to whosoever this third party interference is within your life that's caused you to feel the way you may be feeling now, or a part of that cluster of why you're feeling the way you're feeling right now, that familiar energy that you may have been experiencing since a child. But nevertheless, that experience was divinely guided, orchestrated in order to bring you into this high priestess energy, into the remembrance of that family lineage of the high priestess energy that's within you, that fight, that determination, that passion of being able to turn over the problems that arises in your life, that kind of cat energy, always landing on your feet, always guided and protected, always following the highest energy within you, steering you in the right direction in where it is that you're needing to be in order to get to the next stage. Right now I'm feeling a very final feeling, like an ending, a complete ending to the way how things used to be, and to another, and I feel like this is what's coming out here, shining through. Tell me more about this energy of friends in regards to this energy. Exposed and revealed, a powerful move. So again, it's going back to some kind of friendship group that's going to be exposed right now and revealed. Something's coming out. It could be revealed over the internet. There was some kind of emphasis around spending too much time online, on the world of the computer, phones, technology. Maybe it's going to be that time where something's going to come to the open in regards to some kind of friendship group, 11th house energy, realization, which is going to create a powerful move. There's a queen, a chess piece here, a queen with wings. It's created somebody's transformation. Someone's unlocked the key to whatever this is. Ludi, blackjack, that's a womaness. Me live my life like how me play chess, but I am who I am, nothing more, nothing less. Empress, upcoming high priestess, alchemist. Me not gonna say me are the best, me no could different to the rest. YouTube, Insta, me no come be impressed. I the truth, me I gonna seek, me not gonna seek nothing less. Empress, upcoming high priestess is what's coming to my mind right now, that part of the song. Come, make sure you're fierce. And don't make me dry you out like a shoes lace. Make me teach you something new when it is a new year dress. Come, make sure you're fierce. Someone is manifested whatever this big reveal is, and it's being exposed. I feel like a finale kind of an energy. this energy in regards to a powerful move. The energy is gaining momentum. The energy is moving, a powerful move, I'm clarifying. Things is going on behind the scenes, it wanted to fall over here, over the water. Some emotional, generational, I'm hearing. It's going to create a great change. For whoever this may be resonating with. Exposed and revealed. Why is this energy here in regards to this? I was just going to say a lot coming out. I can feel by the way the cards are shuffling. A time to gather and a time to give rather than to take. New moon in Virgo. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries, and the one I put back is luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius, but I just want one card just to keep it. Tell me more about this energy for those that's resonating. Or exposed and revealed. You're very close to achieving your goal. Be bold and make the first move. Look at the bigger picture. A new start is coming. So whatever this is, it's going to create a new beginning. The new moon, very relevant. New moon in Taurus. Coming more for this, for the rose and the kiss energy. Emotions are running high, and nothing yet is set in stone. This kind of reminds me of the ocean that I put, the emoji that I put on the title of the previous reading to this. So I feel it's relevant. That's that bottom of the sea, mutable moon energy. Nothing yet is set in stone. So it's about what you've learned in the bottom of the ocean, in the bottom of the well. What is it that you're going to take forward in regards to this rose kiss energy? Because emotions are running high right now. In regards to whatever this is coming towards you. In the ending of the last reading, there was a new love coming towards you, but there was wedding in the reverse. Also what came out was the magician in the reverse. Magician in the reverse is a manipulative energy, somebody that's misusing their powers. Dark energy, ill intentions, dark magic. Let's just leave it there. Go back to who is this mature woman in the reverse reading that I did, and that explains it all. So much is revealed. It's a trigger message. I just never had enough characters left to show that it was a trigger message. So from that I got the reading, I put up this rising, and from that reading I'm coming to this message here. But there's emotions running high in a situation that's happening around the new start is coming. Around the new moon, a new start is coming. Nothing yet is set in stone. So this is all to do with the choices that you're making right now. Choices, 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 decisions, decisions, decisions. What to do, what to do, what to do. As I mentioned in the last previous reading. How do you save your queen? It's now time to transform your queen. You know that kind of energy where if you get a pawn to the end of the board, you rebuild your queen again. Bottom of the deck, step out of your comfort zone. North node. Move away from that comfortability, because what's coming towards you right now in regards to this new start, this new moon energy. we got fogged in. Go slow and take your time. Ascending the mountains. Keep going forward. Move through the confusion of whatever this emotion is. Trust in your intuition. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. Tell me more about this emotion that I'm running here in regards to the energy of this new moon. Re-energize. Nothing yet is set in stone. Beautiful moon. Magic. Use this moon energy at the bottom of the deck. It's dreaming. So maybe somebody's had some kind of dreams that is just being a heavy emotion for them to take in. Gold energy I'm picking up. But nothing yet is set in stone, is clarified by magic. Going back to the reading of who is this mature woman in the reverse, and how karma has kind of backfired. Judgment. The Most High made the final call on the ill intentions that were set against the energy of the little match girl. So nothing is set in stone. Whatever went on, the Most High dealt with that accordingly. It's now time for you to re-energize from these emotions running high energy. Things was going on behind the scenes that you had no idea of, but the fog was being moved from you. It was being, you understand, like things was being revealed slowly but surely in your High Priestess energy. You trusted your intuition. You never needed the clarity and the closure, because the Most High brought that to you behind the scenes through your intuition. It's now time for you to energize for this new beginning coming. I Ching. It's about the change. Confirmation. The power is within the change of how it is this wheel spins, within the connections that you allow, you attach yourself to energetically, regardless of the label. The power is within the change, the power of free, mind, body and soul. Tell me more about this change that's coming to those that's resonating with the energy of this reading, this message from the High Priestess and the Ancestral. Call upon the energy of your ancestors for guidance of how they got through, the wisdom of how they got through the energies that you're experiencing within your life right now. I guarantee you they will answer you accordingly. Astrology, it's your destiny. It's your destiny to break through these cycles. Perception. Your destiny is to share your perception on how it is you will overcome the things that you've overcome in your life. As small as it may be, it's an example to set for the generation that's to come. Runes. I'm going to read these two from there. Runes. perception. It's important to see things a little differently right now. Imagine yourself in the place of those who appear to be confronting you, your words or your actions. Perhaps rather than taking this as a sign of their displeasure or dislike of what you are doing, see their words as an opportunity to improve the situation by being more open-minded. Perhaps their actions will actually provide you with an even stronger, more robust idea about how to proceed. The runes are a reminder that in one single toss, you can choose a very different outcome. Those that seem to be your enemies can often deliver the most useful lessons in life. How I perceive calls me to force, and so the writings on the wall. Lessons in all I have shall embrace, and see the good in all I face. Don't be so quick to judge. See the situation from all angles. There's a lesson to be learned. Understand someone else's point of view. You are acting unreasonably. Study runes for spiritual growth and understanding. Runes are in use. Oh, that's just telling you the history on runes. Astrology. You have an important life purpose and are here to shine brightly. You have always felt different and special and known you were meant to be big. Trouble is life has got in your way, and even though you have felt a calling, you don't actually know what it is you are meant to do. Before you were born, you chose the exact time of your birth and the date to determine who you would be in this lifetime and what you came here to achieve. Your astrology signs, stars, and planetary movement all play a big part in your life. Yes, you can create your own destiny, but it is the stars that point you in the right direction. So seek out the astrological map of your journey, of your life. For by doing so, many answers will be revealed to you. Not only will you be fascinated, you will find that which you have been searching for all this time. Incarnation, star of wonder, star so bright, my soul doth shine both day and night. I look up through the galaxy and step into the destiny. Visit an astrologer to have your astrological chart read. Enjoy strategizing, learn about the planets and how their alignments affect you. Take bold steps towards your chosen destiny and go for it. Some are led on a path and don't even understand why you're led on a path, not understanding that this is within your DNA, this is your destiny, this is in your generational lineage, your ancestral lineage, from your grandparents to your forefathers and dating right back to biblical. There's a connection, it's all infinite. Like I resonate so much with the energy of Moses. Like the song I've got says, judge who? Judge me, judge you. And it says, history, me know me is a real Israelite. Me say history, me know me is a real Israelite. You understand? Because you see, when you understand the commonness that you have of these different energies going back to biblical. I've got some cards here that refer back to the fairy tales. I've got cards there that bring me back to the Greek mythology. You understand? And when you see the similarity to the cards that comes out within the energy of that I'm in at that moment, it's so relevant. Going back to the other seasons that I've done, to the current situations that we're all facing. To understand that at some point we have to be the one to make the change, be the example that you want to see, be the one to fulfill the destiny, or at least be the example so the next generation can have a guidance. Again, in one of my other songs, why not follow some long time teaching, some wartime tradition? You understand? Because it's our ancestors never just left pain and sorrow and generational debts to clear up. What about the positives? What about the positives that they left behind? The way how they can just always turn things around. My granny can, listen, she was a survivor. It's in her blood. And if it's in her blood, then it's in my blood too. It's in my DNA to survive all that's thrown at me. It's just how determined I am to keep the fight and to live out my destiny. Moving on to the Goddess Energy card. This energy that's resonating with his destiny in regards to astrology. Two cards. Alliance, or 3 cards, too many. Time and death and magic. So 1 card. Stillness and wisdom. Again, 1 card. Inexperience. Inexperience to the power that you have within yourself. Sometimes you have to fall over on perception. Sometimes you need like a mentor or someone to guide you through what it is that you're going through. Because sometimes the overwhelming energy of the power that you have within yourself, due to the changes that's about to come or that you're experiencing intuitively, can see that light, you get into that energy of defensive mode. Look how defensive she is. Elegantly defensive. You understand? It looks like the same energy. Inexperience. Trying to figure this out at the bottom of the well. Kind of energy. I only wanted 1, but I feel to pull 2 now. So that's card number 7. Independence and miracles. Sometimes seeing is believing of what it is that you can survive when you're at the bottom of the world. I'm just going with the flow right now. There's more messages to come. That energy of Lilith is the energy that came up in my first season, season 1. Great Goddess, Sacred Unity. I believe this is the card. That was in. It was trapped into one of my other cards and came out, and I put it back. Same card that kind of pulled me to use this deck again, and I said if it came out, it comes out, and it has. So I'll read that one, and look, it says the past at the bottom of the deck. So that's that North Node energy moving past. That comfort zone. I definitely want to read Sacred Union, card number 17. Great Goddess. Now is the time to view your world through a reverent and clear lens of unity and connection. The domain of the Great Goddess of all life and the Great Mother of all. It's time to leave the right and wrong, good and bad, zero-sum game world behind. Enter the space where you can find the sacred ground of sharing without guilt. Work from the desire that everyone benefits. Look at others as if they are also a reflection of yourself. Take a humble yet grounded approach to your life right now. Be accountable for the energy you put out into the world, and be aware of how you influence your surroundings. The Great Goddess reminds you that you may see yourself as different than others, but you are all one in the present. Treat others as you would be treated, and miracles abound. This is truly an inspiring time in your life to grow and expand. Unconscious choices and behaviors may be causing a distortion in your world. Difficult feelings are part of your journey of self-discovery. That's that inexperienced energy. And now is the time to shy away. In order to survive, you may have been conditioned to suppress what makes you uncomfortable. You might have found yourself in a temporarily awkward place with someone and don't know what the next step should be. Be honest. Say when you don't know something and be open to learning. The great goddess offers you the alignment task. Make the discomfort, awkwardness, and the uncomfortable sacred. Think what would happen if you made what you considered a flaw, loss, or failure a beautiful, integral part of your art, of your life. Every breath you take is sacred. Every mistake you make is a gift. And every time you learn from a relationship is blessed. Bless all parts of you and your life, for you are sacred in the heart of the great God, the great goddess, who sees only beauty everywhere. I want to read this in Experience 43 as well. Sometimes not knowing is a great gift. Right now, the Greek goddess invites you into a state of orphaned learning. Discernment comes with experience, and at this moment, it's okay to admit you don't know or fully understand what's in front of you. Be curious and teachable. The goddess will be with you to ensure you will not fall prey to unconscious commitment and dangerous alliances. Just as her own native caused her to strike a terrible deal with the god of the underworld. That said, every experience has value. No matter what choice you make right now, the consequences will have a lasting effect as you integrate your lessons and travel the road of destiny. The goddess was forced to pay a high price as restitution for what she thought was innocent action. Today she is wiser. She is a wiser goddess and is encouraging you to stop what you are doing and pay attention to the red flags. Don't take a bite of the forbidden fruit unless you are willing to pay the price. And what's strange about this whole thing is I'm reading this card in Experience, and the card next to it is Lilith, which came out in season 1. So I will read that one afterwards, and it says, pay attention to the red flags and don't take a bite of the forbidden fruits unless you are willing to pay the price. The alignment task offered to you by this goddess is simple. If you feel unsure in any way about what is being offered to you, step back and ask, do I have enough knowledge and strength to explore this without attachment to what lies ahead? And this is something I would say to my daughter, like from when she was real young. If someone is offering you something and you've got to think about it, that's your first instinct, intuition, that you just don't do it. To this day she says that. She remembers that teaching. And it says, explore this without attachment to what lies ahead. If yes, jump in. If no, let me read it from the last sentence. The alignment task offered to you by this goddess is simple. If you feel unsure in any way about what is being offered to you, step back and ask, do I have enough knowledge and strength to explore this without attachment to what lies ahead? If yes, jump in. If no, consider the wisdom of waiting for this or something better now manifest for you in divine timing. Don't fall for the seduction. It won't be worth the price. That's that energy that I was picking up on. That but with the Magician in the reverse. And I'm going to read the card number 38 now, Lilith. Empowerment message. Consider your life a magical gift and your experience of it beautiful opportunity to leave the world a better place. You give that gift back when death comes and ends your time on this plane. Experiences, relationships, projects, and even long cherished dreams are all subject to the natural laws of death and the magic of Celtic goddess. Now is the time. I'm reading the wrong one. That's death and magic. And everything is relevant. I'm going to stop reading this though because it never came out here, but I'm sure I saw it come out, or it came out and I put it back. So, okay, let me go to card number 30. But that was relevant. The Jewish goddess Lilith refused to be dominated by the first man, and as a result was called a demon in the stories about her that followed. These inaccurate and damaging stories are so old and repeated so often that no one recognizes how this angel, their implications are perceived. From another perspective, Lilith offers this lesson. No one can prevent you from fully blooming, from learning all you can, from evolving and choosing freedom. Only your conditioned thinking can do that. Be proud, be accountable, claim your power, and hold it wisely. Right now, you are in an excellent position to attract healthy, interdependent, collaborative relationships that truly serve the highest good. Friendships flourish with mutual respect and support. Love relationships bloom with ample space for both parties to grow. Business ventures thrive in service to the greater good. The goddess Lilith wants to show you the way to claim a healthy self-worth and self-respect. But refusing to let your old stories keep you down, you will be amazed at how deep, meaningful, and respectful your experiences becomes in all areas of your life. When you make choices from a place of empowered independence. Alignment message. Do you sometimes fear being independent? You may have been conditioned to believe that the only way to have close relationships is to become enmeshed and entangled with others. Do you long for independence and breathing space from unhealthy companions or situations? You need courage for the alignment task Lilith asks of you. Walk away and establish a more empowered sense of self by saying no to these relationships that drain your very life force. Sometimes people attract drama into their lives to avoid accountability, enabling the dynamic. Helps you avoid the responsibility that requires when you have no one else to blame for the conditions of your life. Other people's chaos becomes a smokescreen that muddles the real truth. Deep down, you're afraid of the consequences of taking charge of your life. However, all is not lost. You would not be here reading these words if you weren't ready or strong enough to make these changes. You are up-leveling your life. Lilith is beside you to lend you the strength and courage to do the right thing for yourself and others. So I just got a personal message, a personal download in reference to this myself. Going back to the reading of it's the first season, and I was using my my fairy tale deck, and the card Lilith came out. So that reading might be relevant. I would attach it to this reading because I'm getting a few downloads now in regards to it. So let's get some angel answers. Then I'll pull some tarot for the individual elements, or some guidance, some generals. I mean, what about the energy? That's coming towards there. That's what the energy. Get more information. Success wanted to show just now. If you believe and let go, and it's up to you. Again, repeating cards from the last few readings. Divine Feminine reading, I believe this came up in. It's up to you. This is a situation you've already been in before. It's an energy you've faced before, an energy that you've needed to let go of before, an energy that you've dealt with that you've needed to believe in yourself before. someone's coming back towards you in a new light, within a new energy. But there's a need for you to get more information in regards to the energy that's coming back towards you. There's a need to wait, to take your time, have patience. Observe a situation before you jump into a situation. Remembering the advice of the goddesses that was read prior to this pool. Let's do one more. Yes, get more information. Bottom of the deck, within the next few months. I'm hearing maybe. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the element cards out and then do a quick spread for each element and come back. Okay, I'm going to pull Romance Oracle for each element. I'm going to start off with fire. I'm trying to just get one card per element to start with. I'll go with the flow. What's it then? Around the element of fire in regards to this energy of the wheel. This power will bring this change. There's a resonance with the energy of this fire. The fire element. Release your ex. Fell over on the earth energy, so I could be talking to somebody with fire in their chart, sun, moon or rising, that may be dealing with somebody with earth in their chart, that's needing to release your expectations. It's time to clear your energy. I'm going to pull for air now. Tell me more about this energy for air. Separation. Tell me more about this energy for water. Sun, moon or rising. And as I was shuffling, I kind of got the energy that this is an emotional release, an emotional needing to let go. For those with water in your chart, and for the element of earth, what's the message from the High Priestess in regards to romantic feelings? Children at the bottom of the deck. So the way I look at life sometimes is like we go through a quantum leap energy. We go through a quantum leap energy. We shimmer through different experiences, different soul energy. We live and we learn from. So for the element of fire, what's the quantum leap message? A consciousness of light. Tell me more please about the energy of air in regards to this energy of separation. This part of the journey. Milestone. That's that inexperienced energy I'm tapping into here a bit. I'm hearing one song now. The first cut is the deepest. Realizations. Emotional realizations have come to the light for the air sign. Coming more for the energy of water in regards to this energy of the power and the change. And this came out directly in the reverse, and it says fragmented energy, and the illustration is just so relevant to the water energy, to what I'm seeing here, and how aggressive it came out, that change. Again, this is for the last reading I did. Puzzles is what I've used as a reference when I shared it on my Facebook. That puzzles, that missing piece, that key too. You understand that inner child fragmentation energy that was lost and now being found. This is something that could have taken somebody years, 29 years I'm hearing, or seeing, feeling intuitively for this new beginning that now somebody's experiencing. With water in your chart, sun, moon or rising. Tell me more for the earth element. Why is romantic feelings in regards to this energy of powerful change? Intentions, taking steps, milestones, coming to realizations, inner standings. Bottom of the deck, teacher. For the element of fire, what is needed to be released? That self-worth, it's that lack mentality of these emotional things that's keeping you ice cold, air energy. So you could have air in your chart, or the air section of the reading might be relevant to you. It could be that you're going through some form of separation, missing out on milestones, which is hardening your heart, the soul and the core. What's needed to be surrendered for the element of fire, sun, moon or rising in regards to this power? Surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Tell me more about this energy. What needs to be surrendered for the element of air? What's needed to be surrendered for the element of air in regards to surrender unhealthy relationships. That's that separation energy. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You don't deserve to be treasured by others. Treasured by others, and to be surrounded by positive people. That's somebody now learning their self-worth, learning the balance, making decisions for themselves. Childlike energy. Could be that there's a child that's making decisions for themselves in regards to love. Tell me more about this energy for the element of water. What's needed to be surrendered in regards to this energy of this rule? The powers within the change energy. I saw at the bottom of the deck just now, surrender resentment. Tell me more about this energy. What needs to be surrendered for the element of water? Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar into your life. And again, I'm kind of brought back to the illustration of this card, where it's a much older energy in the physical. And it's almost like at this point is when someone is now learning. This is that card. It goes back to the card, his story, growing by an unhealed generation. So maybe it's somebody within the older generation who's now coming to realization, now coming to that sense of peace, contentment within themselves, because now they're understanding that they can no longer carry this energy through with them. Is why it's in the reverse. Energy's in the reverse. That fragmented energy can't move forward. That's not what's going to grow a humanity, a collective, a consciousness. That outdated way of being. Some kind of change has to come. What needs to be surrendered for the element of earth in regards to taking the steps that's needed to be taken in regards to this romantic feeling? Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Again, the energy of re-energize that came out in the beginning of the reading. So there's a need now for the earth energies, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, after coming out of the bottom of the well and emerging to the top, looking back and seeing all that was achieved within that energy. There's a time now, or it feels like an energy now, of a romantic feelings coming in. That I guess the cards are referring to you to surrender to play. It's a time to rest from all that you've been through, all that you prepared yourself for, or all that you've prepared for yourself. Bottom of the deck, surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take a pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Let's see. What's the blockage here for the elements of fire? And as I'm reading, I'm hearing that even though it's different elements, I feel like this is still a part of a collective read, but just certain parts might ring more home to you then. As I've broken down in the elements, I had no intentions of doing it in the order I did. I had full intentions of doing it sign by sign, but nothing is a mistake. For the sign of fire, the blockage for you in regards to this forward movement is forgiveness and releasing pain, overcoming heartbreak and reconciliation. Again, it fits in here with that whole separation and needing to choose healthier relationships. Tell me more for the sign of air. What's the blockage here for the sign of air in regards to these unhealthy relationships that's needing to be surrendered? What's the blockage? What's blocking it? I'll take the one that fell on top. It says liar, one night stand, heartbreaker, revolt, offer of proposal. So that's that burning fire in that soul kind of energy. Something hasn't worked out as planned. That end goal. Tell me more for the sign of water. What's the blockage here in regards to these outdated beliefs? This fragmented energy. Giving up, admitting defeat, lack of courage, loss of control, and burnout. Oh, this card here wants to show as well. Go right over on fragmented energy. Learning to cope, letting go of stress and negativity. Light at the end of the tunnel. Putting those pieces, I guess, of the puzzle together. Now being able to see something in a more openness. So I had to pause. Can't remember where I was up to. I think we got up to Earth. So what's the blockage here for the element of Earth in regards to this energy? What's holding Earth as signs back? Sun, Moon, rising. Out of control, manipulator, and wicked. Material needs, ego at large, vanity, and selfish is the energies that you're having to or had to deal with. Again, I feel like they're all kind of linked in some kind of way. There's been some kind of separation. I see Earth signs that turned your back to something emotional, that now you needed the time to rest and rejuvenate and re-energize. Release that burden of whatever this manipulative energy, out of control energy was. That you're standing strongly within your element. In. Coward, unfocused, out of control, and left behind is at the bottom of the deck. For the signs of fire, temptation is what caused the change. For the element of air, it's the self-healing inside. And that came out far for the signs of fire. It's like someone knows. Wild. For the sign of air. So I'm going to read fire and air. This is the Heal Yourself advice. Card number 19. For the elements of fire, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. It says life is full of temptations, and right now you are being asked to choose the higher path. Your need to prove that you are worthy and important is clouding your true purpose and tempting you to make wrong decisions. Become aware of what is happening in your life right now. Are you feeling bored in a relationship and looking for something outside of your partnership? Instead of being honest and working on the challenges you are experiencing or moving on? Is there a work opportunity that is tempting you to act without integrity in order to get ahead? Are you using money as an excuse not to follow your heart? This card asks you to focus on the bigger picture. Be honest with yourself and take the higher path. Another opportunity is much grander than what you have imagined is on its way. Just be open to it and allow it into your life. The actions for fire element to take right now is give yourself 5 minutes of uninterrupted time. Write down what area of your life you are being tempted, what choices you have made, and what are the best choices you make. Rub your hands together, then place them slightly apart from each other. Imagine that you are holding an orange ray of light between your hands. Focus on courage. What does it mean for you to be courageous enough not to buy into temptation? Place your hands on part of your body where you need courage the most. Send the orange ray there and repeat, I am courageous and I take positive actions that yield the greatest results. Imagine yourself acting courageously and doing what will lead you to your higher path. Could be a Leo energy. That's resonating with the energy of the reading so far. I believe there was a reading I also did which was referring to that Wizard of Oz reference to maybe a current situation going back. So for the sign of air now, I'm going to read card number 15. There is a wild, untamed spirit inside of you, desperate to be unleashed. Free it and claim the gifts of energy, power, passion, creativity it offers you. Through suppressing your wild, succulent, outrageous, and untamed self, you dull your senses and crush your creativity. You shrink, lose your energy and become depressed. Your relationships suffer, your rage grows. You become ashamed, hostile, cold, boring, over serious and sacred, and scared, You stop taking chances and live in mediocrity, constantly trying to protect yourself. The truth is that no one can judge you, punish you, or hurt you as much as you can. Give in to your wildest and stop living a sham. This part of you is sensual, proactive, truthful, courageous, bold, passionate, and alive. Set it free. Actions to take, air sign. Go into nature. A forest is ideal. Find a secluded place. Take off your shoes. Feel the earth or the grass underneath your feet. Breathe in the air. Connect to the untamed quality of nature, animals, weather, seasons, plants, and your ancestors. Move the way tribal people move. Feel the energy from the ground moving into your feet and up into your whole body. Make sounds. Let go of control. As you move around, touching trees, smelling flowers, etc. If you want to do this inside, find photos of people, animals, or symbols which represent wildness to you. Take a few minutes to look at them and feel what they evoke in you. Put on some tribal or wild music and dance. Do this as often as you can for the next month, and I'm glad that it mentioned that second alternative way, because as I was reading the first one, I was definitely tapping into a young energy. And when I mean young energy, I mean like I could have viewers as young as 15 years old in this energy right now. And going into a forest is not a safe way, especially in this society today. You understand? But there's a need for you to connect with your ancestors, connect with Mother Earth, connect with the trees, connect. Tribal connection is making reference to here. Because I feel like, again, going back to that song, the first cut is the deepest. If not very careful or have the right examples around you to learn from, they say if you slip you can slide. So now is the time that you're needing to have some form of example of how it is to handle this energy of separation. For the blockages of liar, one night stand, heartbreaker, revolt, offer of proposals, believing in a false reality can lead you down that rabbit hole, learning harsh lessons in life. So from 15 to 29, aging, not able to live your best life, blocked, at the bottom of the well kind of energy. Okay, so for the sign of water, help from above. For the sign of earth, what's the self-healing advice in regards to the energies of these readings? For season 5, it's all about the healing of the little matchstick girl. For those just resonating with the elements of earth, what's the most important message? Self-love, earth. It's all about the self-love and letting go. This came up in yesterday's reading also. I think it was the Divine Masculine reading, 27, for the sign of, for the element of air. Your positive intentions and heartfelt prayers have been heard. You are loved beyond the wildest dreams. Divine beings are working on your behalf to create the perfect circumstances for you to heal and open your heart. There is a higher order and timing to all things. You are being asked to work on your self-worth so that you can receive your greatest good in the form of incredible love, life-transforming opportunities, healing abundance, and divine inspiration. Keep asking for higher help and invitation in any area of your life. Then follow your intuition and lower your barriers. Let go of any notions of how divinity will bring out your deepest heart yearning. It may not be in the package you would expect, but it will be life-altering. Your heart is about to be challenged to open wider than ever before. That may require you to feel some fear and pain. Do not run away from this experience. Take steps forward with faith that greater good is coming. Place your hands on your heart. Ask yourself clearly what you desire. Imagine what it looks like and feels like to have this. Then surround this image with silver light. Imagine sending this image with the silver light into the middle of the universe. Ask that you receive this image or something much better. Take a moment to reflect on feeling good, like you already have the help you require. For the sign of Earth now, card number 24. Self-love. Take time out to get to know yourself. What works for you in this particular cycle of your life? Some of the biggest obstacles to self-love are self-criticism and perfectionism, which lead to harsh judgment of self, closing down, and eventually illness. Have you been trying to compete with others, get approval from people in your family, or simply pushing yourself too hard? If so, you need to soften and start listening to your body. Focus on keeping your heart open and practice acknowledging and recognizing the good in yourself and others. This card beckons you to breathe love in and out every moment of the day. Ask yourself, what changes do I need to make to my daily routine so that love can pulsate through every breath, action, and relationship I engage in? Choose to open your heart through softness, deep breathing, relaxation, movement, finding beauty in nature, in your home, in your pain, in your love, in your sadness, in your prayers, etc. Keep your heart open, even though it makes you feel vulnerable and exposed. The actions. This week is your opportunity to learn to receive. Anytime anyone says something nice to you or offers to help you, take a deep breath, thank them and accept. You need to find something loving or nurturing to do for yourself. This could be a message, a healing treatment, or a movie with a friend. Every time you look in the mirror, repeat, I am lovable. Do this every day until you really believe it. Self-love is what's being activated as I pick up the activation cards, again for each sign. What's been activated for the element of fire, Leo, Aries and Sagittarius, in regards to this energy? What's the lesson that's being learned here? It's all about the change, tantric journey and remembrance. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we instantly held or hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with vulnerable information and tools to flow gracefully within this life. For the signs of fire. Now for the signs of element, what's been activated? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Believing in the way forward, believing that there is that light at the end of the tunnel. It's just following that or making that. It's all about example, I feel, for this energy here of air. Healing. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using this information that comes to us through senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. And I feel that infinite energy. I feel over here in the air energy is young energy. I feel over here on the other side of it is a more older energy. But it's that infinite cycle of life calling upon your ancestors kind of energy. So it could be that I'm talking here to an air sign who has a grandparent, grandmother specifically to the illustration, who is or was a water sign. Cancerian, Scorpio. There's another one, so my mind's gone blank. But that's the water element I was referring to for the air element. Could be a connection there that's needing healing. Generational healing. Tell me more about the energy for the signs, for the element of water in regards to help from above. What's the message here? What's the activation? This wants to come out. Third eye. What's the activation for the element of water? Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. Root chakra. And again, I notice I feel like I'm talking to a much older generation with water in their chart. Sun, moon or rising. Pisces, Cancerian or Scorpio energy. Root chakra, foundation. So I could be talking about an older relative. Grandmother, father, grandfather kind of energy. Someone from your root chakra. Someone in spirit, possibly. Tell me more about. Again, I was going to ask for earth element, passion to come out. So it says the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. I didn't read for the sign of water, the root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. Again, this is a message combined with, because there's a lot of energy here of tapping into your ancestral bloodline. And I feel like whosoever I'm resonating with, you're tapping into an energy where you directly get this high priestess energy that's within you, this need to want to do better energy that's within you, that survival warrioress energy, that power within you energy is directly from an ancestral line. Overall messages for all signs. What's the ancestral message? Those that's resonating with the energy of this reading. I definitely feel like this is an ancestral energy that's coming through right now. Tell me more about this message. Definitely feel that way. The message is, there is you. You have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also paradoxically, I think that says, one with the world individually, yet part of a great whole. Both truth have led you to this moment where we are saying to you, you are on the right track. 111. If your ego self doesn't see that, listen to your soul. Check in with the spirit. Keep going. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you. Definitely feels like an ancestral message. Definitely feels that way. And because I feel that, and I definitely have a Scorpio relative in the spirit, so I would like to see what's the message here for the signs of fire, air, water and earth in regards to this message from the High Priestess and the Ancestors. If you fall for anything, you will stand for nothing. Don't hesitate, meditate, connect with your ancestors, talk to your ancestors, plead with your ancestors in wherever it is that you're wanting to be right now, for guidance and protection throughout this change. Oh, look at this. I'm not even emotional and I feel like, this is a combination of the flags of what I'm a part of. I'm a part of. And then there's a song that I've written, and it says, I'm a Britanese, I'm in love with the Chinese culture. A wing chew, what do you? You never know, say my uncle did me see through. And it goes on to say, let me tell you about my mother. Woman of spice, from Grenada, my father. High influence, straight from Jamaica, my teacher. You understand? This is who I am. This is my heaven, my world. Who understands, understands. Just you hear the breeze out there right now. This forward movement come to me at the bottom of the sea with guidance from my ancestral lineage in a time of meditation. So this is confirmation for me that there's an ancestral energy coming through this reading. Have faith in whatever the plans it is that you put forward for yourself, whatever teachings you've received through life, and it's all coming together now. That fragmented pieces of your inner child is coming together. Listen, it's never too late. We all find our way in the end. You understand? It's never too late. 29. Someone's cage has been rattled though. Whatever's gone on is triggered someone's root chakra healing. It's bringing out the fears, or it's allowing someone to overcome the fears of their past, to heal and move on, to keep moving forward. Spirit says keep going. The unhealed, those that instill fear in the upcoming generations, follows the laws, believes in the media. Me what I did them in a brutoire, and the coverage look up at a look of swagwa. Let me remember for my teacher, he ain't tell me say daughter, no worry about the vibe, and I study for the media, lower the preacher, daughter. Then things they would have put you in a water. If you have to tell your story, then you tell it in a brutoire. Listen, this is definitely an almost personal reading. I'm definitely resonating with the energies of it's all about the healing of the little matchstick girl. especially with this part of the reading. And I definitely, Emperor, High Priestess, Alchemist. Empty cans make the most noise. Too much talk and no action. In regards to the passions that you've invested in yourself, it's time to move away from the procrastination energy I'm feeling like, and put more action into. There was a card that came out, and I think it was the Divine Masculine reading. Surrender to non-action. Again, I feel like that's who I'm talking to, an Emperor, High Priest, Alchemist. This is my masculine card. I'm hearing don't make the same mistakes. I definitely feel a masculine energy. Say it frank like granddad. Or say what you mean like granddad, I should say. Say it frank like granny. Let me see what granny's got to say. Granny. Alright. Plenty more fish in the sea. New love, meeting the one. Everything happens for a reason. Take heed of the lessons that you've gone through. Don't shut your heart off, because the heart is the key and the gateway to the rest of your chakras for the next generation, not to grow within that same familiar, comfortable energy of the generational patterns and ways of thinking and doing things, that outdated way of doing things. There's a need for you to do better so that your next generation can see something different and do better, and so on and so on and so on. Don't cry over who's not crying over you, I'm hearing. History, again, is not your story. Grown by an unhealed generation, conditioned, strict and false doctrines. Release past cycles and thinking patterns. So there's two energies coming in here saying, do not make the mistakes of the past, of past generational, ancestral, outdated ways of thinking. It's time to now do something different. Be the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see. Hurt people hurt people. Misery likes company. Be mindful of the people that you invite into your life, that you energetically connect with. Messages from feminine energy in spirit. And as real as any. A liar has no memory. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Move away from that. Empty cans, and it fell straight over empty cans. Make the most noise. Too much talk and no action. Could be a no communication energy. So it's like saying, just because you haven't not told me or were not speaking, it doesn't make you not to be a liar. Either way, you're still a liar, because of the length of time something was hidden for. There's no fine line. There's choices, decisions, and consequences for holding back. You understand? This, I feel like I'm talking to somebody that no longer needs confirmation from anything or anyone outside of themselves. The confirmation and clarification and the closure that may have been needed in the past is no longer needed now. A little bit too late kind of thing. And as real as any. Stand in your power and rise anyway. Simplify it. Alright, I'm going to close it up here. What's the final message in regards to the energy of this reading? Final message. Final message. Let's get one more card. Each element. Doesn't matter what order, because I feel like it's all connected anyway. So the first card out, Miracle of Isis. Isis offers a miracle healing no matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem. To imagine your life without this old wound, addiction. Alright, I'm back. I'm going to start reading these 4 cards that came out. It was going to be my final 4. I had a whole system shut down. Camera's been switched off for about 2 hours, trying to get everything up and running back again and uploaded. So let me start where I left off. It says Miracle of Isis. Isis offers a miracle healing no matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being part of it. You are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing. Let go and let the goddess be. Choose to release that which would lower your vibration into fear. Come back to love, stay true to yourself, and you shall inspire others to think or speak more positively when they are around you. Invoking the power of speech and words for your strength, protection, and spiritual growth will work effectively for you. High Priestess. A mystery is to be unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. Final card, the Brother in Darkness. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. You shall overcome any negative energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. And on that note, it's been such a long time, I'm going to tap out there and I'm going to end the reading there, and I definitely will be back for the full moon in Taurus, well, the new moon, sorry, in Taurus reading. This is just pre-wisdom energy leading up to, you know.